Hello, beloved viewers, followers of this YouTube channel. Welcome once again to Reginald Bishoza Online Academy. I am so glad to welcome you to our today's concern. And our discussion is going to focus on symbolism as far as in Ngugi wa Thiong'o's play This Time Tomorrow. I hereby welcome you for maximum attention regarding the symbolic discussion of this play This Time Tomorrow, one of the East African renowned plays written by East African famous playwright, novelist, and essayist Ngugi wa Thiong'o. Dear listeners, our symbolic discussion will start with the book cover, because the book cover itself is symbolic in nature as far as criticism of this play is concerned. Well, the book cover of the play This Time Tomorrow by Ngugi wa Thiong'o, published by Kenya Literature Bureau in 1970. The book cover itself is symbolic and rich in meaning. While the actual image may vary across editions, most versions share recurring elements that visually reflect the play's theme. Here is a breakdown or the discussion of the book cover of this book, and this will center on understanding the book cover, the implication of the book cover, as well as the interpretation of the book cover. Well, to begin with visual imagery. The front cover of this book shows the red open curtain and some whiteness background. The red open curtain symbolizes revelation or exposure on one part. A red curtain opening often signals the beginning of a performance or truth being revealed, possibly the unveiling of societal injustices. Back to the book cover. The red color, as far as in literature is concerned, signifies bloodshed or some other indicators of injustices. Red color as a symbol for danger or struggle. It may suggest blood, suffering, or revolution, highlighting the intense struggles faced by the slum dwellers. The play presents to us Mau Mau movement as a war of liberation waged by the Kenyans to liberate themselves from the British colonialism. So the red color probably symbolizes bloodshed, because during Mau Mau War, Many Kenyans lost their lives in the process. And in a story, the playwright presents to us the death of Njango's husband, who is shot dead like a dog by the white man, just to represent other Kenyans who died during Mau Mau. Dear listener, the whiteness symbolizes ambiguity or uncertainty. A white background you see on the front cover of the book can imply emptiness, disillusionment, the unknown future or tomorrow, or the possibility of change. But also, the whiteness on the front cover can stand to symbolize purity or iron. It may contrast ironically with the play's dark themes, mocking the so-called purity or promises of post-independence governance. But also the whiteness on the front cover can symbolize light or hope. Alternatively, it might represent a distant hope, something the characters yearn for but have not attained. Think about Stranger and some other optimistic characters in the play. They hope for better future, regardless the fact that post-colonial Kenya is facing some indicators of hopelessness or disillusionment. Dear listeners, generally, the red curtain opening on a white stage or background may suggest the harsh realities of poverty and injustice as experienced by the slum dwellers in this play. It is the dramatic representation of false promises or fragile hope. To them, independence has no meaning because it has turned into even more disillusionment. Dear listeners, some other symbolic representations as far as in this play is concerned include the following. The slums in the play symbolize poverty. It is hereby reported to us that the slums are compared to filthy mushrooms inhabited by human beings that are reported to us as they are besieging the capital city that was once the Pearl of Africa, and they are portrayed as an eyesore before the tourists who were coming from America, West Germany, and Britain. And this necessitates the government to launch the campaign of cleaning the city without considering the welfare of the slum dwellers. And this results into protest against Clean the City campaign, as it is shown by many characters who are not ready to move out of the slums unless the government should show them another place to go. Such characters include the shoemaker and Njango. Another symbol in this play is Wanjiro and Njango. The two characters symbolize poverty and injustice victimization. Wanjiru and Njango, representing the majority slum dwellers, experience poor living conditions in post-colonial Kenya. They are depicted of engaging in small business, petty business of selling soap so as to make the ends meet. They are reported of sharing a floor as a bed. Sharing the floor as a bed. They have no good shelter, and their slum, their shack, is soon going to be pulled down by any action that can be exerted on it. Another symbol in a play is Wanjiru and Asinjo. Wanjiru and Asinjo symbolize modernity. Remember, Wanjiru and Asinjo are strongly opposed to traditionalism by wanting to marry each other, regardless the fact that they originate from different tribes. To them, intertribal marriage is not harmful, but to a traditional mother, Njango, intertribal marriage is like a taboo to her. So the two, Asinjo and Wanjiru, symbolize modernity because they are opposed to traditional lifestyle by encouraging intertribal marriage. Another indicator of modernity to these two characters, for example, Wanjiru admires dressing and walking like European ladies, fingering cigarettes, a thing that is not witnessed among traditional African girls. Admiring wearing high-heeled shoes, it's an indicator of modernity. Another symbol is Njango, who is the main character of this play. Njango symbolizes traditionalism. Njango is strongly opposed to modernity, and she is not ready to welcome any changes. She is stuck to traditionalism. And to other characters such as Wanjiru, Njango is considered to be old-fashioned because she does not know the needs and the wants of the young generation. And this becomes the source of misunderstanding, and eventually the two, Njango and Wanjiru, end into separation. Dear listeners, another symbol as far as in this play is concerned is Mercedes-Benz and long American cars. Well, these have been used by the playwright to symbolize the misuse of government funds by the government officials or the civil servants. This is reported in a play whereby the new government officials love driving in Mercedes-Benz and long American cars instead of feeling concerned with the lives of the majority poor people, the slum dwellers. This implies embezzlement of the civil servants by squandering the entrusted funds that could bring about social welfare. Instead, they use the entrusted fund extravagantly, and this is one of the causes of protest by the slum dwellers, because the civil servants are enjoying the national cake as the minorities, while the majority are suffering under harsh realities in the slums. Dear listeners, we still have some other characters who might stand to symbolize a certain idea. They include shoemaker and tinsmith. The two characters have been used to symbolize the disillusioned class following poor living conditions to them. They are jobless and have no hope for their future. Listeners, thank you very much for your maximum attention regarding the symbolic discussion of the play This Time Tomorrow by the Kenyan playwright Professor Ngugi wa Thiong'o. If you haven't subscribed to this YouTube channel, I kindly request you to do so as to get connected and updated to everything posted on this YouTube channel. Thank you very much.